Polychromatic is how we can manage lighting effects on our Razer devices on Linux, and installing and setting up is pretty easy. Just to show you what it looks like after installing, it's not as, unfortunately, it's not as complex as the normal Razer configuration you get on Windows, but you can do most of the same things. There's some predefined effects here, and for more specialized, like unique effects that you would like, there is a panel here that you can actually manage and change these effects. It looks very simple, but again, it gets the job done and does the same thing pretty much. Okay, so back to installing it. They have pretty solid instructions for a lot of different OSs out there. I'm on Pop OS, but Ubuntu's instructions are very similar. So from here, you're just going to follow the commands that they have listed, and don't forget about this one at the bottom. And make sure you reboot. Just follow the instructions that it has here, basically. Make sure you read it from top to bottom. If I didn't run into any issues from this, but if you do, and it doesn't, if you get some sort of errors along the way, you can consider installing it from FlatHub. I have not done it this way. I have done it this way, just to let you know. But I have seen, like on Reddit and things, some people encountering issues and going to this instead. But okay, otherwise, once you did that and once you've rebooted, you should be able to have access to Polychromatic, and I think it should automatically detect the devices you have plugged in. And I think that's thanks to this command, basically, to allow access to these plug-and-play devices. So again, some simple predefined effects here that you can select from. But if you want to do your own, you can do that here in the effects tab. So we can take a look at this one. This is like a map of like static colors on my keyboard. So whether you do new or whether you do edit, you're going to have this kind of layout of your keyboard, and each square obviously represents a key. And from here, you can select the color that you want for each key, and it's a pretty simple design. In terms of static colors, you can pretty much do the exact same thing that you would be able to do in the Windows version. However, for like any sort of like rainbow effects or anything like that, I have seen that those are a bit more challenging and just not as smooth as what you would get on Windows. All right, now it looks a lot more lower frame rate on the image here, but this is going at 80 frames per second. So on my actual keyboard, it's pretty smooth, and that's the max currently. And yeah, so you can still do transitional like lighting effects and such, but they're just not as smooth as what you would get on Windows, unfortunately. But yeah, that's how you would set up lighting effects on your keyboard on Linux. Again, this is for several different distros based off different origins. So you have Arc, you have Debian based, so there's a lot to pick from and a lot to help you set up.